Biscuits bands illegitimate child making the way center stage, former part of the D Generation X. If you guys already know, you guys already know. Make some noise and welcome to the stage, the one and only, right here at the Awesome Toy Show. This is Swoggle! Make some noise up to Awesome Toy Show.
Gave me a non-working mic?
Put blog on.
No, I can't. No, I'm not going there. Guys, how we doing today? We having fun this afternoon or what, huh? It's been a good time. I haven't been able to walk around yet. That's what I'm going to do immediately following this. There is such a variety of stuff here. It's absolutely awesome. It's awesome. I keep saying that too. It describes this toy show very, very well. So thanks guys for coming out. What do we got?
Well, first of all, we appreciate you coming down here to the Awesome Toy Show. So, I know traditional interviews ask about, we're going to ask you just random off questions. Where are you from?
Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Born and raised my whole life. Green Bay Packer fan. About to give up on this season. But I've been there my whole life. I mean, there's no place like it. I haven't found another place that I can call home. That's as good as back home.
So, have you been to Toronto before?
Many times.
And how does the weather compare to the cold of Green Bay to Toronto?
Yeah, it gets like just as cold and rainy up here, I feel. Like, it's not quite as snow-ridden as back home, but I've had some cold times up here. But I like it. I love it up here. I really, really do. It's here and Vancouver I spent a lot of time in. That's about the most Canadian time I've spent. But I was up here quite a bit with WWE and independently.
So, now we're going to get to the good stuff.
Okay.
How did you get into the WWE? What was that experience like?
You can find out all about it in my book that I have at the table. Life is short and so am I. A cheap plug there. But it was
Chapter 6?
It was right place, right time. I wanted to do it my whole life, and this is all I know now. And so they were looking for a person like me, and again, right place, right time.
So did you having to go from the ranks, or did you go right to WWE?
Literally, I was doing independent wrestling for about a year and a half. So I bust my ass getting on this chair. Athlete, there we go. I was doing independence for about a year and a half, and then I got lucky enough to get called to the main roster right away.
So what is it like? Because everybody wants to know.
Yeah, man.
What's it like meeting and working for Vince McMahon?
He's the boss. He's just a boss. He's like, I'd say he's like any boss, but he's on television as a persona too. In any job, if you do what the boss asks, you'll be fine. And that's how I describe it perfectly.
Now, is there somebody in the, you don't have to say names if you don't want, is there somebody in the WWE era that you were not too fond of?
No. I truly enjoyed everyone I worked with and had fun with it. I realized very quickly that I was getting paid to live my absolute dream and do what I always wanted to do, so might as well not burn any bridges.
Any major injuries?
I'm 37, I feel like I'm 57, so that tells you how I feel, but it's all good. Nothing in ring, shockingly. But again, I'm very, very lucky to be able to have done and still do what I do.
What's next for you? Where are we going to see you next?
Probably at another toy convention, or I'm still traveling wrestling every weekend. Just living the continued dream. So I'm having fun doing what I do.
What got you into actually the toy show convention?
So I'm an Ultimate Warrior fanatic. That was my guy growing up.
Some Warrior fans?
Yeah, there we go. But then, so I started I started an Ultimate Warrior collection, and I'm pretty. No, it's not me. That's you.
That's me.
Interviewer with his phone on.
I know it's.
I thought you said he was to blame.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
He's the one calling me.
Okay. So here usually it's just random Ultimate Warrior stuff, like figures. I got the whole collection, everyone, that's done. But it's all like random items that they put out in the early '90s that I just see randomly. So I love the toy convention because it's like it brings me back to when I was a kid. Wrestling, I got started in wrestling because of the wrestling figures that I stole from my brother back when I was younger, and that's what made me a wrestling fan. So toys got me into doing what I do today.
And out of all the conventions that you've been to, what would you say would be one of the top conventions?
Obviously, the awesome toy show, right? Yes. See, he's on that one.
And the most important question of the day.
Yeah.
iPhone or Android?
Don't text me if you have Android. Don't text me if you have Android.
Yes, we're powerful people.
If I see green pop up, I'm immediately judging. I hate it. It makes me like it's just like come on. It's 2023. Right. I get there should be options, but there shouldn't be.
I think that's an Android right there, I believe.
It is.
That's an Android. Yeah, that's an Android right there. And she's trying not to smile. So, oh my God, he called me out.
It actually will work better in the trash area. I have better reception in the trash for those Android users.
All right, so you raised your hand as soon as you said that Swoggle was here. You got a question for him?
What do we got?
Come on over.
Have you ever considered coming back to the Royal Rumble this year or WrestleMania?
I mean, if they call me, yeah, I would love to. I did the Greatest Royal Rumble in Saudi a few years ago, and I did the spot in the Royal Rumble, I think, 2 or 3 years ago, and that was nice little surprises. So it was a lot of fun. Thank you. Awesome, man.
Who else has got another question?
Right
Come
back.
on over here.
Come on.
You have an Android or an iPhone? Okay, next question.
Next question.
Just come on over, buddy.
I love that you turned this into a full debate. Yeah.
All time.
Yeah.
What is your dream opponent concert present?
The stuff I did with El Torito was easily the best I ever did and ever will do in my career. So definitely, that was the best one I could ever wish for. Yeah, man. Thank you. Thanks very much.
Before I go to somebody else,
Yeah.
do you think that the WWE will ever go back to the Generation X era, the Attitude Era, or do you think those days are gone?
Times have changed. It's media in general isn't where it was in 1998. It's a different culture. It's a different world. That was a time where it was crash TV. Everybody called it Jerry Springer's and the South Parks. So doing the stuff that they were doing with the Generation X and quote unquote Attitude Era and that was hip with the times. And so now it wouldn't really be that. Now they have to continue to reinvent what they're doing and change with the times. I mean, they do so much through social media because social media is so important in whatever anyone does. So I really think it's just changing with the times. You get that all the time. I wish Attitude Era was back in blood. It ain't 1998, man. We're using iPhones. Androids are 1998. Like, that's the thing. Just not that cool.
All right, coming up.
How you doing? Hello, man.
What is your favorite WWE match that you participated in, just like in general?
Oh, sweet. Probably the WLC match with El Torito or my first WrestleMania that I was a part of the Money in the Bank match at WrestleMania 23. It was just a dream come true being able to, 80,000 people. Just small town kid from Oshkosh would have never expected that. Thank you. Thanks.
Were you nervous when you got the call saying that you're going to be at WrestleMania?
Yeah, no, because I wasn't until, like, it was time. And then it was like, holy cow, this is insane. Yeah. I always say, because I run a training school back home, and I say if you don't get nervous for anything you do, whether it's like life in general or playing sports or doing what I do, then you're too comfortable. And that means you're just going through the motions. And so I really, still to this day when I have matches and stuff, the nerves hit in. I've been doing it for 20 years, but I'm not comfortable with it. I'm still like, and I never want to be comfortable. So yeah, the WrestleMania, the first WrestleMania especially was one of those, oh wow, this is really happening kind of thing. And it didn't really hit me until after, and I was like when they did the recap video and that, and I was a huge part of that. I was like, wow, they did do something pretty cool.
How long is Roman Reigns going to keep this title for?
I love it. Man, I love it.
You're a fan of the whole bloodline story?
Yeah, I love it because it doesn't need to change hands a million times. That takes the specialty away. But also, like, people are invested more than they ever have been. I would say since, like, in the last 10 years for sure. This is the most people have been invested. Wrestling fans and not. Roman Reigns can show up on Good Morning America and people go, oh, that's a WWE superstar. If you drop that to someone, whoever it is, they might not be able to show up on Good Morning America and be taken as a WWE superstar.
Hey, you got your hand up over
Yeah,
here.
man.
Come here, buddy.
Come on.
You can fight AEW. Who would you face?
In AEW? Orange Cassidy, because I think I actually wrestled him in out east one time. And we had a lot of fun. But he's a star, man. That Orange Cassidy, I don't think anyone expected it to be what it's become, and he's one of the deserving ones because he really, really grinded to get where he's at. So it's awesome. Good question.
You got another one? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, man.
What was it like? How much fun was it working with DX? And second question is, your favorite meal on the road? Favorite food you get on the road?
Anything. I love eating, man. I freaking love eating. Yeah, it's the best. I don't really have I can find something anywhere. I'm very easy. But as far as like the DX stuff, that was, I keep saying dream come true, but it's so cliche, but it's so real. Like, that was one of those things because I was like, I get to be X-Pac now. I get to do the pyro. And I was like, I get to be that. And taking having the glow sticks and being able to whip them as hard as I can at fans that aren't paying attention because they're looking at their Android phone and targeting them.
I think she left.
Yeah.
I think she left.
She's at Verizon switching out. But taking it was just, I was like, I get to do pyro? This is amazing. And it was a really, really cool experience the whole time working with them. And they were so giving and so willing to work and do funny business with me. So it was awesome.
Does chicken belong on pizza?
Yeah, anything.
You should have asked a pineapple.
That's not.
We have that debate outside.
Wait, barbecue chicken pizza, you don't like that? You're an absolute madman.
Chicken.
You're crazy too. 100%
We have this debate outside, and I said I'm going to ask people when I get inside: should chicken be on pizza?
It's a protein. It's a meat. You're nuts too. You have no opinion. You have no opinion over there. Nope. Yeah, that's fine. Just
You win this one. Fine, you win.
100%. Barbecue chicken pizza is one of the best. Love it.
Okay, you got one? Yeah, come
What
on.
do you got, man?
What's the longest amount of time you spent underneath the ring? Did you ever fall
7 hours.
What?
Yeah.
You spent 7 hours underneath the ring?
Yeah. Just hanging out. No? There was not. There was a lot of Gatorade, and I learned to sleep under there really well. Obviously, I'm not a big human. You'd be screwed. But I could just literally, I would bring my gear bag out before, because it all depended on the arena and the venue. If we could fully turn out the lights, we would sleep under before the match or something like that. If it couldn't, then we had to go before the doors open. And so some of these overseas venues, it would be before the doors open, which would be 2 hours, and Finley would be the main event. It was crazy.
This is some stuff that you like to hear.
It was,
Wow.
but it was really, really, it was one of those things, like, I was like, I don't care, I can get comfortable, I can fall asleep, and when my cue's ready, So I would bring my PSP, back when that was a thing, I would bring that under the ring, and just play games and anything.
I'm going to watch wrestling completely differently now. But somebody goes like, how was he under there?
Usually it's right before their segment. They'll throw a video on for the live crowd and stick it on.
Do you have any other little secrets that maybe some of us would want to know, that, like something like that? That's unbelievable. Like, what's something else that would shock us as a wrestling fan to kind of take us out of
The Undertaker aren't really brothers. Sorry, pal.
You have an Android.
No, Yeah, just stuff like that, like little things. It was really, really cool to see, because that's all the stuff that interested me. I was like, hey, how does this work? How do these things come together? And it was neat to see. But getting me under the ring was one of the, like, for live, non-televised, it was just stagehands around me in a black hoodie. We're just sneaking out while there was a video on the screen, and the arena was dark. But then we like had fun with it, or we'd find like a rig box and just put me in there and just shoot it under the ring. It was really fun. It was just so much fun. Different things that we could do.
Love that.
Right there. First it rings and now you drop it? If that was an Android, it'd be busted right now. Yeah. Reunion? I never know. I talk to him about once a month. I still text him every Father's Day, Happy Father's Day, because he was that. And he was literally my road dad. And he took care of me like a father figure. It was awesome. So I'm very, very close with him still.
Well, first of all, congratulations on the book. Give us some noise for that out there. That's absolutely amazing.
Very, very much.
And where can we get your book?
It's at the table right now, otherwise Amazon or DylanPasta.com. You can get autographed copies as well. Sweet.
Make sure you guys will get that book. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's the word of the day.
Yeah.
Thanks to me. Anybody else any other questions?
One more. Who's got the last one?
Make it
Right
good.
there. Come on.
Make it good. I know you got something cooking.
Right.
Those look like the fry guys from McDonald's.
Oh, it's Karibo
Okay.
from Yu-Gi-Oh. But
I know the fry guys.
that's all good. Who do you want to see face Roman at WrestleMania this year?
Cody Rhodes. I think it has to happen, which I really do. It was such a story last year that I really, really do think they could tell it again. Yes, ma'am.
What do you think about Bray Wyatt and the Firefly Funhouse in general?
I thought it was just the most incredibly captivating and creative stuff that has happened on WWE for a long time. Yeah. Thanks, guys, very, very much. Enjoy the rest of the day. Enjoy the Awesome Toy Show. Support these vendors, especially. They're coming out and bringing their stuff out. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Make some noise. Thank you, guys. The one and only. We appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. You see him back there?